not only a black man, he went to court to demand it. In 1654, it was time for Anthony to release John Casor, a black indentured servant. Instead, Anthony told Casor he was extending his time. Casor left and became employed by the free white man Robert Parker. Anthony Johnson sued Robert Parker in the Northampton court in 1654. In 1655, the court ruled that Anthony Johnson could hold John Casor indefinitely. The court gave judicial sanction for blacks to own a slave of their own race. Thus, Casor became the first permanent slave and Johnson the first slave owner. Well, breaking glass ceilings, I guess. Breaking glass ceilings. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever the case may be. Let me pop open my window here so I can see who's here, who's not. I will pay. Darn it! I don't want to do it in that window. I need a different window. All right, let me open that window up. Copy and paste. What are we doing? YouTube. So, for those who don't know, I am Mike Miller, 27-year veteran of the comic book industry, YouTube boomer, and all-around corny fellow. This is my son's project, Masters of Mayhem, up on the screen. I will be talking about that here and there. Let's pop out this chat. 7 people here now. I don't know if notifications are going out. You guys let me know. This is my 3rd stream of the day, so YouTube may be getting tired of me. But anyways, hey, let's blow a minute and a half of our time and watch the Masters of Mayhem commercial.
Are you getting tired of peaceful game nights? Is having fun with friends and family getting boring? Well, spice it up with wildfires, earthquakes, and/or zombie apocalypses in the new game, Masters of Mayhem. Masters of Mayhem is a tile-laying game in which your goal is to completely decimate your friends. How do you do that, you may ask? The answer is really quite simple: by causing destruction with natural and unnatural disasters alike. Here's how you play the game. Every player gets 3 destruction cards and 1 city tile. Everyone puts down their tiles adjacent to each other and places 5,000 people on their own cities. Then every player rolls to see who gets to go first. Jimmy gets to go first. Jimmy can either play a card or skip his turn. Look, Jimmy's chose to curse his best friend with a plague. Once everyone has had a turn, a new round begins. Every populated city increases by 1,000 people, and every player gets a tile and a card. Once all this is done, a new round begins. This continues until everyone is dead but one color, and there is one Master of Mayhem. Abduct your friends, start civil wars. It's chaos for the whole family. Say goodbye to board games that take hours to play and get Masters of Mayhem. You can support this game by purchasing a copy for $60. Or if you want to help develop it, you can become a beta tester and get unique cards that won't be in the game for only $140. Start the apocalypse today. Masters of Mayhem is not responsible for any mass genocides, racist behavior, alien invasions, global pandemics, radical uprisings, mass evacuations, firstborn deaths, and or limbs lost during gameplay.
Wraith Lulu, where did you email me? Fire Dragon, yes, your comments show up in this chat. Showing live streams that aren't there. Yeah, I noticed that too. Strange, huh? Strange days indeed. Alright, let's refresh that. I'm just going to leave that there. And then we can watch the universe toddle on behind me. What just happened? Let me reduce that. Where is my chat? There you are. There's like 200 nerds at those monthly meetups. Yeah, I wonder if there's any board gaming stuff here. I know they have game nights, or they used to have game nights over at Comics and stuff here. Have you thought about that, Elijah? Going to like the gaming crowds here in town? They have game nights at different comic book places, and you know that place with all the tabletop gaming up in it's on Claremont Mesa Boulevard. Oh, yeah, there's places like that.
I know nothing. Wow, there's so many
I'm gonna ping Matthew Weldon again here. Matt always says he wants to come on these streams, and then he never does because he's a great big goofball. Well done. Get in the stream. It would be nice. I asked John Malin a question last stream and no answer. Guess he just hates me. That is entirely possible. Is Malin's not streaming, right? I know he said he was going to, but then I went and looked and he wasn't, so I didn't want to like step on his toes, but if he's not streaming, he's not streaming. What do you want me to do? I've got Monster Hunt to draw, so here we go. I don't know. You guys want to look at the top of my head or should I move the camera? Oh, I don't even have my I need my camera arm. He's blaming JoJo. He's blaming JoJo. I could go for watching someone draw a cutie prego. Get in here, Weldon. Man, it is flipping hot in here. Let me go. Elijah, turn the AC up too. Give him a promo copy to bring those to those gaming meetups. Elijah only, I believe, has 2 sets of the game produced. Takes a minute to get those things made. Takes a minute. I need to grab this out of here. Trying to use real authentic Chicago street gangs for my reference, since I'm drawing a Chicago street gang in this panel page. This opening scene is Chicago street gangs. What's up, Peter Mike? Mike. You like my space background? If he didn't already back. Oh, yeah, I don't know if Weldon backed. He said he was going to back, but I don't know. I get used to disappointment. Get used to disappointment. You can't count on anyone, ladies and gentlemen. Can't count on anyone. Gots to do everything yourself. What? You don't see it. You better find it. You borrowed it from me. Please, dude. Blaze, the Dracula man. That's just nasty. Nasser, I'd send you the link. I can send you the link. You want to come in? Nasser's occasionally fun to have in. And of course, the phone. Hello. So annoying. Oh my gosh, are you serious with this? Hello. You're muted. Text my phone. Women don't know how to use a cell phone. That's the problem, I think. Who is that? Getting a message from somebody and I don't recognize them. Bradley? Who's Bradley? Oh my gosh, I didn't say call my phone. I said text my phone. Hello? Hi? Weird. Alright. Sorry. Thanks, Fire Dragon. Mike, you just ended the stream. No, I didn't. Ended a stream? No sound. No, I muted myself. I don't want you listening to my conversation with my wife. Sorry for delay in answer. I had to rewind stream to hear what you asked. I sent it to underdogmike@atd.net and threw a tweet your way. When? Oh, my email's not even open. Mute myself again. Thank you, Hugh. Lovely. Is this regarding order 1287? Or is there another? I don't know, man. This can't be exciting for anybody. If you do email me, say something in the chat, or say something in the whatever you call it, title, so that I know. You know. Is that legitimately a fake Nasser? You guys chasing him down and finding a fake Nasser? Go to channel. That's a real Nasser. Why are you saying he's a fake Nasser? Why are you calling him fake Nasser? That's not nice. Yeah. He's a real boy. I'm going to send Nasser the link because nobody else is in here. Why not? At least he can keep me company. Just gotta scroll down and look for that annoying eyeball. Oh no, wait, you have the robot now. I never just type people's names in. I always just kind of scroll down through my chats and look for logos. Let me get downstairs and set up. Start a Twitter crapstorm. Peter Mike. Yeah, I don't have time to handle all my social media. I'm barely ever on Facebook anymore. Oh man, something did happen today. I got my proofs for Six Gun Samurai, and it's all kinds of messed up. Like the letterings are on the wrong pages and all this kind of stuff. So now I got to deal with that. Always fun having to deal with crap like that. So whatever. Nothing about the whole Meg Six Gun Samurai Deal with the Devil Kickstarter campaign or anything. Nothing about it went smoothly. Ever. I got, at first I got negative help from Ethan. I ran into all the problems with the publisher and then the author, and I had to purchase the rights, and now I'm sitting here trying to get the freaking proofs to the printer so that I can, or not the proofs, get the finals to the printer so I can print the darn thing and fulfill it. And that can't even go right. Ugh. Cursed from the beginning. I'm sorry, it's low because I'm far away. I wonder if there's... Oh, let me see if I can turn the gain up on my mic from control panel. I don't know. I'm gonna remove. Dude, Blaze, knock it off, man.
I think it's someone else yesterday.
This ain't that. Yeah, this ain't that type of stream. Device manager or sound? Sound, video games, Blue Snowball.
You don't go there. You don't go to Device Manager.
Why?
You go there to download drivers.
Oh. Speakers, recording sounds. Microphone. Levels. It's already maxed out. What the heck?
Advanced.
Advanced. 2-channel.
No, don't change that. Listen.
Listen. Ooh, ah, ooh, do you want to know a secret? Nothing.
Are people saying it?
Yeah, they're saying I'm low. And I hear
You
it.
kind of were low when I
know.
was listening on my phone.
Yeah, I have to be like right up in the freaking grill of this thing in order for people to hear me. It's really annoying. In fact, my webcam, which is like 3 feet away, is picking up my voice better than the Blue Snowball, which is literally 3 inches from my mouth.
Why do you have a snowball instead of a Yeti?
It was a gift.
Oh,
Let me see if nope, that just makes it worse. Yeah, that's the best settings I can get, guys. Sorry. And I know I deal with this all the time.
Biting. No biting.
Configure?
No biting.
Is that a press the configure? Speech, microphone, speech tutorial, training computer understand you, open the speech recognition. No. None of that. None of that matters. What's up, Nasser Rabadi?
today's been a headache.
Former comic book writer.
Yeah, former.
Oh, next. Look at next.
I don't know. Maybe there'll be a Nasser and Mike comeback one day.
Stop that, Nasser. That's
I said maybe.
no. No.
Sure, Mike.
Maybe because it's going through there.
Ba, 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 ba. What you want to do is you want to get rich and famous as a novelist, and then license your books out to be made into comics. Huh?
Maybe.
Looks like your brightness is up too high.
No,
Everything is a little bit faded.
it's fine. It's fine, Elijah. Thank you for your criticism. Nasser has been disavowed. Nasser, let's talk about your disavowal.
Is that what we have to talk about?
Yes. I just feel like that's a good way to answer that question.
Okay, maybe a little bit. I don't
34
know.
people watching, Nasser. I blame you.
Sorry.
Why have you ruined my stream?
44 people. That's more than I usually get.
34. 34.
Oh, they said 44. 34? Sometimes I get 34.
34. It's terrible.
No, usually I get about like 20 to 25, sometimes 30.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
What kind of I never watch your channel.
Oh.
What kind of stuff do you put on there? Just you eating hot dogs?
No, usually I do like horror movie. Like I talk about horror movies, not necessarily reviews because I'm bad at reviewing, but I'll just talk about horror movies I like. Sometimes I do like I'll talk about what writing advice has helped me, that sort of thing.
So what writing advice has helped you the most?
Probably there are a couple things. I just made a video about this and it was hard to choose, so I talked about like 3 different things. There's probably the one about talent is cheaper than table salt. You know what separates the successful writer from the I forget the exact quote. Now I have to pull it up. I have this somewhere on my Twitter. I'm gonna screw it up if I just try to say it off the top of my head. Okay, yeah, talent is cheaper than table salt. What separates the talented?
Wait, can I interrupt you for a second? I got a super chat that's very important for $2. Nasser is trash. You may continue.
Okay, and I see it was from Trump 2020. Yes, Trump 2020. Let's go. But anyways, no, it was
2020.
It was talent is cheaper than table salt. What separates the talented individual from the successful one?
By the way, if anyone wants to interrupt Nasser at any time with the super chat, feel free. I will read it just to interrupt him. Go on.
Okay.
Go on, Nasser.
No, I just finished saying it.
Oh, okay. Cheaper than table salt.
Yes.
Talent.
Talent is cheaper than table salt.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Explain.
It takes a lot. It takes more hard work than it takes talent to get where you want to be.
So you're discounting the necessity of talent in success.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying you need
well,
more
you
hard
are. You
work.
just said it's cheaper than table salt.
You need some talent, but
That is discounting.
mostly
Table
it's-
salt is extraordinarily cheap. For 40 cents, you can buy like 3 pounds of table salt.
Okay.
So I think you're discounting talent. Now, was this directly in regard to Brutus the Badass?
Oh my goodness. I didn't come out here to talk about that stuff, man.
No, I'm just curious because it seems like you're poking the bear with that. Talent is cheaper than table salt.
You asked me what advice has worked for me, and I told you.
And that's your advice? Where'd you get this advice?
That was a Stephen King quote.
Stephen King. Obviously, talentless hack, that guy.
No, I never said you don't need talent. I'm saying,
Well, you said it's cheaper than table salt.
well, he said
Mayor
it.
McCheese for $2 says, send Nasser to the fan edition.
Okay.
There's no fan edition of this show. So, talent. So, well, I guess if you don't want to work with talented people, I mean, by,
I
Well,
never
I mean,
said
because-
that. I don't know if you're just messing with
No,
me or what now.
You
Can't
just
tell.
insulted all of the talent you've ever worked with, saying that they're cheaper than table salt. So I was just wondering if you meant Donald DeLay by that.
Okay, I think you're just messing with me.
Of course I'm messing with you, Nasser. Jeez.
Sometimes it's hard to tell.
I'm always messing with you. Unless I'm like we're off stream and I'm yelling at you on the phone, I'm messing with you.
All right.
No, but seriously. Is this about Tom? It's okay. He doesn't have a link. He's not in my blacklist screen room.
Am I working now?
Hey,
Yeah.
Edwin's here. He can mess with you too.
All right. Yay! No, I don't want to mess with Nasser.
Oh, come on. Be honest. Yes, you do.
Almost never, surprisingly enough. I don't know if it comes through sometime, but Nasser, you frustrate me sometimes, but I actually do have affection for you, and I want you to keep plugging away at stuff because I think you got a future ahead of you.
Are you sure that you
Thanks.
didn't mean to say infection?
Well, affection, infection, same.
What in the heck? Where is my window capture? No? I can't seem to find you guys. I may have to create a new window to capture.
How is Masters of Mayhem doing?
It is not moving.
It's 30%.
It's not moving.
It's 30%. Oh, it went up to 30%?
They got stuck on 30%.
Yeah, it's $1,500. It is stuck on 30%. So Elijah is distraught.
Are
That
you
was
just-
that campaign has like one of the best videos I've ever seen for any sort of crowdfunding campaign.
Right? It's freaking awesome.
Have you been sharing it on Reddit, on like board game forums and such?
Yeah, it's a little bit hard to get around that way.
I told him that this is his job for the next 28 days now, is to be on every possible social media thing that has anything to do with any kind of board gaming or anything, and publish,
Ow.
do whatever he can. Get out there. You
Right.
know what? He needs to be a Nasser.
Do you let him stream on Sundays, or is the whole family offline on Sundays? How does that work?
He could stream if he wants to.
We have
Right.
a tomorrow,
But we have a thing tomorrow. What thing?
Yeah.
though. We have a church group.
Church group? What church group?
Like, we're all going to the beach.
We are?
Yeah. Or, I am.
First I've heard of it.
Hey, Mike.
And I'm a leader. I should probably check my texts.
Mike.
Hey Nasser.
Mike, so 62 years ago today, John and Paul met for the first time.
Wasn't it sad when Paul died?
Oh, tomorrow's Ringo's birthday as well.
Who cares?
What do you mean, who cares?
Bring back Pete Best.
I care.
All right, so Elijah, what time are you going to be back from the beach tomorrow?
It goes till 8.
Goes to about 8, so about 5 o'clock my time. Do you want to do do you want to come on with me tomorrow and talk about we can do like a comic showcase, and we can talk about Masters of Mayhem at the same time.
Okay.
Cool. All right, so yeah, we'll do it maybe about 8:30 your time, if that works.
Okay.
Cool.
Sounds good.
And I will share out Masters of Mayhem right now on the Twitter Magoos.
I just tweeted it too.
What? Where's the link for Masters of Mayhem? It's in the description. It says, get Masters of Mayhem here. Kickstarter, projects, blah, blah, blah. In the description. Third sentence down.
I just added a new thing because I went on Reddit and I got some feedback about the game. And so I'm adding more stuff to the Kickstarter for clarification about the game.
Folks, feel free to Jiminy Cricket and Dynamo, feel free to post that link in there ridiculously.
I'd share it if I were still a mod.
Yeah, but Nasser, come on.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Oh no, Vilnid is saying, Edwin, you are a bad influence on Mike's kids, getting them to work on the Sabbath. Well, the Sabbath was made for the man, and young Elijah here has got to come up with a living soon, or he's going to be living on the streets.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. No comfort of living and working in the basement like Nasser, parents spoiling him. Right, Nasser?
What?
Well, you live with your parents still, right?
Yeah.
How old are you? 22?
I'll be 22 on the 11th.
On the 11th. So you were 20 when we started all this?
No, I had just turned 21. I had launched my Indiegogo on the 15th, so it was 4 days after I turned 21 is when I launched Stardust.
Wow. Yeah, so you're 22. You're almost 22. And still sucking off the teeth there a little bit.
Yeah, still with about $23,000 in student loans.
Oof.
That was your choice, my friend. Your choice. Your choice.
Kind of.
So I have a business degree also. I have a degree in business analysis. I paid $9,000 for my bachelor's degree, but I crammed it into about a year and a half.
Well, Nasser, unlike you, just milked his parents for the full time, as long as he could, so he didn't have to pay rent. Right, Nasser?
Yes.
Yeah, I did that too.
Well, my parents got divorced when I was 16, and we went from being upper middle class to being below the poverty line. So I slept on my grandparents' couch, and and my mother and my brothers stayed in like this ramshackle trailer just kind of adjacent to the property. And then as my mom because my mom had been a stay-at-home mom, and so I was working, giving my paycheck to my mom, and then we were able to get a place. And then, once her finances improved and she was able to get up to speed, that's when I at first I was going to go into the Army when I was 18, but then I waited just because my mother and my brothers weren't at a great place yet. And then so I went in when I was 21. Let's see. All right, this comes from Mayor McCheese. Mayor McCheese. He says, Edwin, tell Smiller we can do Spider-Man drone and quartered encore for Ollie Jones. When you say Ollie Jones, I wonder if you mean Ollie Pittman.
No, he means the kid, the little boy that died.
Yeah. Edwin, tell Smiller we can do Spider-Man drawn and quartered encore for Ollie Jones. Super chat donations for the family and send the art to the family. We can look into that. We'd have to research that some first and see how we can even contact them. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
I like the sound of that idea.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that idea, but we gotta research the feasibility of it. So Mike and I will talk about that offline and look into that. Thank you.
Where's my eraser? Yeah, that's the third or fourth person who's mentioned that. So.
All right, so somebody asked me if my college was in 1985. No. I finished my degree up about 5 years ago. So I came out of the army. When I was 28 and went right to work. I had enough college.
1985? Dude,
Yeah.
he was in like 6th grade in 1985.
Yeah.
Jeez,
I
how
came
old
out of the army and went right to work in an environmental consulting business. And then it just always bothered me that I had not completed my degree. So about 6 years ago, I enrolled in WGU. That's Western Governors University. They have an interesting model. You pay by the term. You pay by the 6-month term. They are a fully accredited college. They've got some great. So they've got the gold standard accreditation. They've got some great programs. But you pay by a 6-month term. It is asynchronous college, meaning it has a curricula, it has exams you have to take, and different performance standards you have to meet, but you're not tied to a calendar. And so I did 115 credits in a little bit under 15 months. But I would finish my work for the day and I would immediately dive into that. And so I worked at college like it was like my life depended on it.
And did that help?
Yeah. Well, I've
You
got,
use your degree?
Yeah, I do business
Wow.
analysis. Yeah.
Right on. I know. Oh, but you went to school after you knew what you wanted to do.
Yes.
See, most of the adults that I know who got their degrees when they were in their early 20s don't use their degrees for whatever their job is now.
Yeah, even man, I when I started college, I had no clue what to do. Even during college, I had no clue what I wanted to do.
So what you did instead was get into student loan debt.
Yep.
That's the way it seems to work.
Yeah, but I'm, in the niche I'm in, additional college. If I was going to get any more school at this point, it would be probably a law degree.
Hey, yeah, then you could do like Nick Rekieta streams. That would probably be your wisest business decision.
Right. It seems like that's where all the money is.
Holy cow,
Well,
man.
I enjoy streaming to help people out. Doing streaming for a career or a livelihood, I like participating in fun stuff. I like promoting and stuff, but doing it for a livelihood, ooh man, I would almost rather commit Sudoku. It's just so much to like, and because I can just kind of jump on and boomer it up, or share something I love, but to actually have to sit down and think about creating like highly desirable content beyond the stuff we do, or sharing the things I
Nick
love.
doesn't do that. Nick just gets on live streams and reads court documents.
Right, and he gets like 8,000 viewers.
I know.
Yeah. Well, but he has inherited that blood sports audience, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Because he's got that persona that people like for that, and I don't want to create blood sports content for the most part.
Yeah.
It's just not. I would rather have my quiet, gentle audience.
I'm with you. I think I drew this
So if we can sell some comic books, I can start shouting at Nasser, I suppose. If that'll you ready, Nasser?
Yeah, we need to sell some Lone Star.
Yeah.
Nasser's out of comics, so he doesn't have to sell anything anymore.
Oh, even better. Even better.
Nasser's retired at 21. Pretty good, Nasser.
So, do you have, Nasser? Do you have a plan for yourself as far as the novels you're writing? I think I heard the other day that you plan to release about 3 more over the next year.
2 more this year. 1 possibly this month, and at least 3 next year.
Are you doing anything that builds upon each other? Like, or is it a series or?
They're all standalones except for well, this one that I'm about to put out next, it could have a sequel and a prequel. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to do them, but they could happen. And then I do have one series I'm going to write. Well, at least I think it could be a series, but probably a little bit down the line. I have a few books I've already written and a couple that I can't wait to write. And those ones are going to be done first because I'm more excited for them.
All right, now have you sat down and actually done some market analysis to see what people are actually buying as far as in the genres of fiction that you're interested in creating?
Yeah, and it always changes so rapidly.
Right.
So I don't know, like surfing trends really is not something I try to do necessarily. But
I
mean,
do that for YouTube. Don't do that for your things you want to be passionate about creating.
The reason I ask this though, it always seems to me that people who do series have a better chance of retaining a readership. I mean, you have got to create a really loyal audience if you're not doing a series, because if the creative works, if their connection is only you, I mean, are you trying to be like a Dean Koontz, where by the time you're 40 you want to have like 150 horror books to your name, or?
Kind of. I mean, I don't know. I write them fast, but not because I'm racing anybody. It's just how I work. Like, last year when I finally decided to be serious about writing novels, I wrote one in 2 weeks, and I wasn't racing anybody. It's just I have a daily goal I like to hit, which is about 3,000 words. And then when I was writing that, because I was unemployed at the time, I was doing 3,000 to 4,000 words a day, and I was able to finish one. And it sucks because it was the second novel I ever actually finished. But I mean, a novel really only takes me about 2 weeks to a month because mine are kind of short. I'm like just past the bare minimum. I think the bare minimum is about 40,000 words, and mine typically hit about 50.
50,000 words. That seems. What is an average length novel? Like a 400-page novel?
Yeah, mine come out to like the one I have on Amazon right now is about 220 pages. I have one right next to me. Actually, I could check. Let me see what this comes out to. Yeah, about 216 pages of story. Then a couple blank pages in the author's notes. So, but yeah, about 220 pages probably.
Yeah, Kentron, you had 300 words a day. Wow, yeah, but it's the same word over and over again. Why? 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 He just writes why 1,000 times.
That's funny.
Nick W comes in and says, "Hi, everybody." That's his avatar. Is the guy from Simpsons that goes, "Hi, everybody." Never mind.
Well, aloha to you. Aloha to you.
Oi. We are at 47 now, so we are slowly climbing. Is anybody else streaming? I know John said he was going to stream with Cecil, and I waited for him to, and then he never did, so I just
I think they are. I think
Are they?
they are. I believe so.
Oh, we could stream snipe them.
All
No,
right, so
that's not good for my channel, actually.
how are you doing? How are you doing on how are you doing on Monster Hunt?
I'm working on page 3 right now. Page 3. Oh yeah, they've got 300 people watching. And I see. They're watching some very strange videos. I wonder if Cecil's gonna, or Kelsey's probably still in jail.
Mitch may have him on lockdown.
Yeah, Mitch jail. Kelsey's in Mitch jail.
That's funny.
No reprieve.
All right, let me make a note of this. So, see, I told Elijah 5:30 your time tomorrow. Yeah. No, 8:30 your time, right?
8:30 my time. I don't. Is that Elijah? Are you gonna be able to do that?
It ends at 8:30.
Oh.
I mean, no, it ends at 8. It takes about how long to get back from the beach?
From the beach? Yeah, we're not gonna be back here by 8:30.
Okay. All right. So maybe 6 p.m. your time, Elijah.
6 p.m.
No, we're not.
Or
Gonna
not? I mean 9 p.m. your time. Sorry, I'm keeping
You're
two times.
making it worse, Edwin.
Yeah.
9.
9. 9. Elijah, he's waiting for an answer.
Wait, what?
9 is probably fine.
9 is probably fun.
Yeah.
There we go.
Watched a couple episodes of Stranger Things last night.
Oh,
I hate that show.
we power watched it today, man. It reminds me exactly of my childhood. Well, minus the big meat beast trying to eat everybody's face, but
Yeah, I just got to the end of the one where the meat beast eats the girl.
But I mean, like rolling through the neighborhoods with your friends on bikes and going from place to place and getting into trouble and getting in adventures in like the video games, the music.
What is this going places with friends you speak of?
Nasser, you're just growing up in a horrible time when people don't just walk down the street to their friend's house and get on their bikes and go just pedal for miles until you get places and just explore things. It's just such a different world today. Everyone just sits at their computers and sad.
All right, something's going on in the chat here.
What's going on in the chat here?
Gemini Cricket is taking care of it, but guys, we get it. Don't curse. And if you don't get along with somebody in the chat, just give them some room. There are plenty of places. Where you can fight each other. Okay. So what I'm asking you to show is emotional self-regulation, and respect your host, and respect the other people in the audience who don't necessarily want everything to be always turned into a fight every time they tune into somebody's YouTube channel.
Yeah,
because believe it or not,
the wrong channel for that.
Yep, most people in the audience are not here for that.
This is
so
not
don't be selfish. Don't be selfish. Get along with people.
Not the fight channel. That's you have other options for that.
Yes, you do. You can head over to Twitter. I hear you can get into some great fights on Twitter.
Oh, yeah, do your thing.
Let's see. Peter Mike says, Edwin, please read my message to Mike. Elijah might need it. All right, I'm looking. Peter Mike. I'm looking. Peter Mike says, Doug. Peter Mike says, Kumite fan. Peter Mike says, are you saying the Doug? I don't know which one. I'm looking. Peter Mike. Could you type it again? Let's say, Edwin, tell Mike to think about sending one game to the quartering so he can check it out.
I already got a response from the quartering that he doesn't do board games anymore because he wants to like board games again. So, yeah. Sorry. Can you use the Wacom? I suppose. Transition, boom. So apologies, but yeah. That was a no from the quartering.
Yeah.
We'll have to find other sources of, actually not we, Elijah. Elijah will have to find other sources of,
They all leave me on red.
board game people. What?
They all leave me on red.
What does that mean?
On red.
I don't. Oh, unread. I thought you said on red. Mike, did you have the sex talk with Nasser yet? Not yet. I'm waiting for him to get engaged first.
Right.
Yeah, no fornication, Nasser. No fornication.
Agreed.
Voluntarily, no fornication, Nasser.
Yeah.
Inform Mike that when he uses the word friggin', it actually means the big F word. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
I thought that was a reference to Dan Fraga.
Fraggin'. That's fraggin'. I use frackin' too.
Or is it down in Friggle Rock? Down in Friggle Rock.
No, see, here's the thing. Not using a word does not offend people because it's not vulgar. Friggin' isn't actually vulgar. Look it up.
Friggin' meaning.
But it doesn't offend anyone. Let no unclean communication come from your...
Is there a G in friggin'?
Yeah.
Or does it end with... All right. Friggin' definition. Here we go. Friggin'. Used for emphasis or to express anger, annoyance, contempt, or surprise. Friggin', Nasser.
Right.
Sorry, Nasser. It was just handy. Let's see. Let's look up the etymology of frigging.
Yeah, and I say freaking. Actually, I really say freaking. It just kind of sounds like frigging.
Let's see. Now, the Collins Dictionary says it's informal and vulgar. It says it's vulgar. Let's look at.
How about freaking? Because I actually don't say friggin'. You're just not hearing me right.
Oh, Miriam. Okay. Oh, freaking.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna say.
And I guess
Miriam,
you could say that does, because you know what getting your freak on means.
Because frig has been around since 1610.
Really?
The first known, yeah, and it does mean to copulate.
Oh.
Yes. So.
Interesting. Yeah. Well.
No.
I'll stop not using that. Wait.
All right, but you said not frigging. How are you
I think
pronounce it?
Freaking, but
freaking?
It just kind of comes out lazy, like freaking.
Freaking, like ooh, freak out.
Yeah. Now, if you mean it that way, it means one thing. If you mean getting your freak on, it means something else, I think.
All right, freaking says used for emphasis or to express anger, annoyance, contempt, or surprise. I'm going out of my freaking mind.
Yeah.
Doom. Freak out.
Freak out. I think we lost Nasser.
Well, the freaks do come out at night.
Yeah, that's why Nasser's here.
And if you ask, you ask Rick James, he will tell you she is indeed a very freaky girl.
A super freak.
The kind you don't bring home to mother. She's a super freak. She's super freaky.
She's super freaky.
Oh, Jiminy Cricket says Rassam Frassam. There we go.
There you
Rassam
go.
Frassam.
Frassam indeed.
That's pretty safe. Oh no, Critias says Mike needs to drop 20% of Lone Star into the potty mouth jar. Oh no.
Negative.
Oh no.
Negative. Lone Star is the potty mouth jar. Cocaine's a hell of a drug, huh?
Yeah. I'm Rick James.
You know what? I'm not going to do it from this angle. I'm going to do it from up.
See, this is why we love. This is probably why Mike enjoys. This is probably why Mike enjoys Stranger Things at least a little bit too, because we're both children of the '80s. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean that show's all about what's that, nostalgia.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. In the movie
Horror,
references.
it's horror nostalgia. It's like you're living in you're watching a 1980s Stephen King series.
Yeah.
I watched season 1 of it. I don't know. It wasn't like it was bad. I just really didn't care. And then, when season 2 rolled around, I heard quite a few people say it wasn't, that good. So I just didn't bother.
I think if you're a Gen Xer, it just has so much nostalgia that it almost doesn't even matter. It almost doesn't matter what the what the story is.
Yeah, you can build a whole series on nostalgia, man.
Is that what Ready Player One is?
Or Critias. Oh,
Yeah, that is
Critias
what
has an
Ready Player One.
accusation here. And so I guess he's bringing it to me as a brother, not really private, but let's see. And so me and Critias come to you, and Critias says, "Why does Mike hate me so much, Edwin? He forgot my Detective Dead poster. Then he attacked me on Elliot's stream. He hurt my feelings."
Did I?
Well, he's put it here in black and white, so I assume you did. I can't imagine Critias would say you did a thing you didn't, or didn't a thing you did.
All right, Critias, come on in. Let's have some drama. If you want drama,
Nice. Bring the thunder.
bring your drama.
2 men enter. Only 1 man will leave.
All right. It's getting ready to get bloody up in here, Nasser. You know, if you can't handle,
Nasser's afraid of the drama. He always just runs away. Things get heated. Nasser's like, I'm out. Right, Nasser?
No comment.
Hikaru says, "Edwin, why you gotta be the drama king?
I
Dang
know.
it.
Freaking
Dang it.
Edwin, man.
Dang it. Busted.
Freak out.
Dance, my little puppets. Dance. Entertain me."
Are you not entertained? You have seen Gladiator, right, Nasser?
No, I think I've seen a couple of clips from it, but no, I've never seen it.
This guy.
Brian Hawkins says, "It's been a couple of hours since there was drama. Time for more." Yeah, that sounds about
Time
right.
for some drama.
You know, it's all fun and games until the tears start flowing, and then it's just fun.
Crid said he'll be here in a few. He's on, what's that called? Puerto Rican time.
Yeah, when he shows up, I'm going.
What?
No, because I'm going to bed soon.
Oh yeah, it's not even midnight in Chicago though yet. Or you just being, or do you have church in the morning? Do you go to church?
Funny story about this. I'll have to tell you off stream. Mike knows, but
Oh yeah.
no, I don't have church tomorrow. But not because I don't go. It's something else.
Okay. All right.
His
You
church
haven't
is in the
been-
middle of a scandal.
Have you been excommunicated?
No, there's just some big scandal thing
Oh wow.
that happened, and it's really strange.
Is it your fault or?
No,
So there wasn't like dead kittens turning up in the pews or anything like that.
oh no.
Not again.
But if you gave it a few more years, probably.
Yeah, not this time. Not this time.
Okay. Good.
Freak out.
You weren't doing shots. You weren't doing shots from the holy water pool, were you?
No.
Okay. Yeah, and it wasn't like they didn't find you in the morning with the do-it-yourself exorcism kit, and you were like buck naked. No, nothing. So totally not your fault, though, is what I'm saying.
No, it's nothing to do with me, thankfully.
All right. Yeah, yeah, and don't be suckered by that do-it-yourself exorcism kit that you can get from the as seen on TV aisle at Walmart. They don't work. They don't work.
It depends on who's using it.
Kentron Yad says Nasser was kicked from church. Wow, Whew. Man, man.
Nasser got Jesus kicked.
Oh.
Bam. To Gehenna with you. Poor Nasser.
There's a cherubim stationed at the entryway to Nasser's church. He didn't have a flaming sword. They could only muster up a sparkler, but he's guarding.
Let's see. Nasser did a no at church. Wow.
Wow, Nasser, there's a lot of crazy theories here, man.
Yeah, usually there is.
You should jot some of these down. You might have some story material here.
Yeah.
None of these are good enough.
Oh no. All right. Well, there we go.
Talking crap to the crowd again, Nasser.
We've been judged and found wanting by Mr. Rabati.
It's true.
Zevia says, thank you to Nasser for the compliment on the commercial. It was Elijah's vision, but I helped out where I could.
Yeah, he did a good job.
Pretty cool. Yeah, it was one of the best videos I ever seen for any sort of crowdfunding campaign.
Yeah, I don't know. We gotta promote that. We gotta promote that somehow.
Let's see. I'm looking at his copy here. Let's see. I'm looking at his copy. Masters of Mayhem is a disaster-based population control game. Might need an action word there. In the game, your goal is to wipe out every other player's populations using a variety of natural and unnatural disasters. Is like an unnatural disaster. That's like when you have you get the taco that was just a little bit too old and you can't quite make it back home. That's an unnatural.
While that is a disaster, I don't quite think that's the kind of population control disaster we're talking about.
While all of this is happening, the map is also expanding every round. How could we rewrite this? How would you rewrite this, Nasser? Masters of Mayhem is a disaster-based population control game. All right, so population control. Population.
I don't know. It sounds good enough.
Oh.
Well, if Nasser likes it, I think we have to change it.
It's turn-based competitive genocide.
Competitive genocide.
Join the Competitive Genocide League. Kill your way to the top.
I need some more coffee. It's only 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make some. More myself. Let's see. Hikaru says Nasser is a disaster-based game. Yes. Well, he's not a game. He's an advanced AI. But yes. If you've ever, Nasser, did you ever watch the old Matthew Broderick film from the 80s, War Games?
No.
Oh, you gotta watch that. It's gonna seem funny, but stick with it. You know, it's definitely gonna seem dated, but man, I think it still holds up. What do you think, Mike?
Oh, I haven't seen that in years, man.
Would you like to play a game?
Nasser is a career-based destruction game.
Alrighty then.
That's why you come in here for the inspiration, for the uplifting commentary. You know?
Right. This was all my inspiration for the vomit story Ethan read that one time. The kid that kept getting tortured. That's where it all came from.
Oh, I'm honored.
I wonder if the kids could spoof something from War Games for the board game. Demographically, who buys board games? Who buys board games? Like,
Gotcha.
I believe it's people in the like 30 years old.
30 plus?
Yeah.
It must be because I kid you not, I was at Target with my sister, I don't know, like 5 days ago or so, and we were looking. I was like, hey, why don't we get a board game or something to play? And she's like, all right. So we went to look at the board games. Every single one. I was like, maybe we could get this. She's like, but we have this on our phones. So yeah, it's probably not the younger crowd. They probably are all like 35.
You could get Connect Four Dead Kittens, or Shoots and Ladders and Dead Kittens, or Dead Kitten Land, sometimes known as Candyland. Oh. You killed my kitten. You sank my battleship.
There's a version of Clue you can get. It's Who Killed the Kitten?
Who killed the kitten? It was Colonel Mustard in the library with the candlestick.
It was Colonel Nasser
Colonel Nasser in the basement.
in the bathroom with the bathtub.
Yes. Have you ever played Clue, Nasser? You know what we're talking about?
Yeah, I played it like once. My siblings actually really like that game. I've only played it once or twice.
You're like, oh no, they're gonna catch on to me here. Let's play some other game, maybe some Parcheesi. Risk was fun. You remember Risk, Mike?
Oh yeah, we just played that last time we were in Hawaii.
Oh, very cool. Risk, Strategio was fun. Axis and Allies. Ooh, that was a fun game.
Axis and Allies. I remember.
So it was kind of like
wasn't a board game. I was thinking of Northern Front or Western Front. Remember the PC game?
Oh yeah.
That was way back.
Axis and Allies is like a really cool version of Risk. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't remember ever actually finishing a game of Monopoly. Monopoly seems to be more a matter of like endurance. Like that there's that one dude left who's like, "Oh, let's keep going." Yeah. No, I want to sleep or die or
Oh goodness. Monopoly never ends well.
I always win Monopoly.
Monopoly in my house, it ends every single time with someone flipping the board over.
Propter Hulk says, what is Mike working on tonight? Mike is drawing Monster Hunt. A Monster Hunt.
That's right.
A Monster Hunt. So, and if you don't know what Monster Hunt is a cool, super cool Comics Gate crossover. So Monster Hunt includes the heroes from Lone Star and the Unknown Soldiers. Okay, so the Unknown Soldiers are this team, this superhuman team, and their mission is to fight like vampires, different kind of monsters, and even some conventional threats. But they fight these secret wars, against the foes of humanity, and I guess specifically the United States. They seem to be mostly United States focused.
Mm-hmm.
But in addition to Lone Star and the Unknown Soldiers, you also have Graveyard Shift from John Malin. You've got a couple of his characters. And you've got Richard C. Myers, ya boy Zaccaroni. That San Antone treat, Zaccaroni. So you've got his Jawbreakers. So you've got these three teams coming together, and it is just a straight out brawl between these three teams. You're gonna love it. And there's some cameos from some of our friends and some of the comic book personalities. So there's some inside jokes and some nods to some of our friends. So it's a lot of fun.
There's a wee bit of Cecil in there.
Propter Hulk says, that sounds great. The Tower of Power.
Tower of Power. What? What did I miss?
The Tower. Well, if you stack up all three of them together, you get the Tower of Power.
Oh.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna make some more coffee, and then I'll be right back. Whatever happened to Critias? Nasser, did you scare off Critias?
Probably.
You made him feel guilty. He's like, well, I was gonna come in, but like Nasser's gonna bail then, so I don't.
Yeah, that's why I still haven't left. I was waiting for him to come on so I could be like, well, now it's my time to go.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right. What did you do for the fourth, Nas?
Huh?
What did you do for the fourth?
Oh, well, we had a barbecue, and then we only had a few small fireworks. Our neighbors do a lot of like the big ones, so we usually just watch the neighbors.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, it's because over here where I'm at, they don't really sell like the good kind of fireworks. You got to go all the way to Indiana. So, we just buy like sparklers and stuff, like the small stuff, and we do that and have a barbecue. And then our neighbors on both sides, and then there's a park a few blocks down that we could see their fireworks. Our neighbors do a lot of the big ones, so we just watch theirs.
And you're in Chicago, so you can hear people just shooting each other too.
Yeah, dude, I swear, I was going to sleep, and I do not know if this was a firework or a gunshot, but it was loud.
Yeah.
It was like 1 a.m. I'm trying to sleep. I hear fireworks, and then I just hear this loud boom. I had no clue what it was.
Yeah, it was a gunshot.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm sure. Crossbows and catapults was a great and dangerous game. Wow. Sounds cool.
Dude, I'm falling asleep right here at my computer. I'm sorry.
Naughty and ham? Oh. What did mommy bring home to eat? What did mommy bring home to eat? Oh. Hey, Elijah, can you do the show for a minute? I'm gonna go eat some cold noodles. I'm gonna go eat some cold noodles. I'll be back. You can hang out with Elijah for a minute while he pitches Monsters of Man, whatever.
What?
Masters and Monsters of Mayhem. Let's see. Hold on, where is it? Bing, bing, bing. I don't know where I put it. Window capture? Eternal, Neo, Max Headroom, Hendrix, Pinch. Window capture. Nope, that's the wrong one. The heck are they doing on Cecil stream?
That's Belle Delphi, the Bathwater Girl.
Bathwater Girl is on Cecil stream. People are gonna go over there. Customs song maker, customs ong maker, customs $5. Would you consider Taylor Esposito to letter your next Indiegogo book? He still hates Comicsgate, but Comicsgate are paying $1 per page for his work. No? No. I have my own letterers. I'm just kind of irritated that they're not done lettering yet. Alright. Where is it? That's not it, is it? I swear, this is driving me nuts. I can't find where I put the stinking Christian headlights. There it is. Alright, transition. Alright, I'm going to go eat something real quick, and then Elijah will be here to answer your questions about Masters of Mayhem.
Are you getting tired of peaceful game nights? Is having fun with friends and family getting boring? Well, spice it up with wildfires, earthquakes, and/or zombie apocalypses in the new game, Masters of Mayhem. Masters of Mayhem is a tile-laying game in which your goal is to completely decimate your friends. How do you do that, you may ask? The answer is really quite simple. By causing destruction with natural and unnatural disasters alike. Here's how you play the game. Every player gets 3 destruction cards and 1 city tile. Everyone puts down their tiles adjacent to each other and places 5,000 people on their own cities. Then every player rolls to see who gets to go first. Jimmy gets to go first. Jimmy can either play a card or skip his turn. Oh, look, Jimmy's chose to curse his best friend with a plague. Once everyone has had a turn, a new round begins. Every populated city increases by 1,000 people, and every player gets a tile and a card. Once all this is done, a new round begins. This continues until everyone is dead, but one color, and there is one Master of Mayhem. Abduct your friends, start civil wars. It's chaos for the whole family. Say goodbye to board games that take hours to play and get Masters of Mayhem. You can support this game by purchasing a copy for $60. Or if you want to help develop it, you can become a beta tester and get unique cards that won't be in the game for only $140. Start the apocalypse today. Masters of Mayhem is not responsible for any mass genocides, racist behavior, alien invasions, global pandemics, radical uprisings, mass evacuations, firstborn deaths, and or limbs lost during gameplay. Are you getting
I don't want to play that again.
Dude, my favorite part is when it says like we're not responsible for any. I forgot what it says, like sudden racism or something like that, or racist comments, something like that. That part.
There's a reason for that when it comes to this game.
Oh, why is that?
Well, okay, so when you have little different meeples and different colored people on the board, just saying the names of some of the colors are gonna instantly spark things like that. But it just depends on the people that are playing.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So let me go through this. Oh, that's the comments. So Masters of Disaster is a disaster-based population control game, and in the game your goal is to wipe out every other player's populations using a variety of natural and unnatural disasters. While all this is happening, the map is also expanding around. As you play the game, you discover new and strange ways to eliminate your opponents and expand your territory. Use geomagnetic storms to kill opponents trying to escape. Split the map in half with a massive earthquake. Or if it comes to it, just nuke everybody. I've been working on this game for about a year now, and it's finally time to get it produced. I put in my blood, sweat, and tears, but I can't do this alone. I need you to help me get into your hands. So, I just updated my campaign, actually, and with some feedback I got about it. And I added this area down here that shows what the full game looks like. So, if anyone else is like wondering like how much they're getting with the game, this is what it looks like. You got 39 tiles here. You got 75 different cards. You have a bunch of meeple.
That's a lot of meeple.
Yeah, that's a lot of meeple.
A lot of meeple.
I just when I'm gonna get the mass order, the bulk order of meeples, I'm just gonna like I want to bathe in it because there's gonna be so many. That's a weird thing, but that's just an idea I had.
Well, there you go. There you go. If you get a copy of Masters of Mayhem, you're going to get a little bit of Miller DNA with every. You can not gamer girl bathwater, but you can get some board game guy bathwater. Yeah,
that's an improvement right there.
That'll be an additional tier.
Wait, what? Blaze, why do you keep calling me gay? Okay, so he keeps saying he'll go gay for me, and I'm very confused about that.
Well, that's a mighty fine offer. Maybe we'll table that offer for now. We prefer currency. We prefer good old cash. Take some of that and go to that Kickstarter link right now and punch yes back now on Masters of Mayhem. Though I suppose that could be a form of population control. There was a movie that had a gay bomb. So you could drop a gay bomb on the meeple, I suppose, but that might get you in trouble, so maybe we won't do that.
Yeah. I have to be a little bit careful with the cards they put in the game because of Kickstarter.
Yeah. Gotta be politically correct. Or at least enough politically correct.
Yeah, I don't know how much they actually look into the product you're making.
Right.
But just off the basic like front page of Kickstarter, you kind of know what they're aiming towards with the website.
Right, we can't put our racist agendas in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one of the things, there was like
Oh, you actually have a legitimate question from Brian Hawkins here. He says, "What is a meeple? What does a meeple
A
represent?"
meeple is one of these guys right here. So it's just like it's the name for one of the basic little wooden pieces. It's kind of like a disformed person kind of shape. It's that shaped. You know, people don't look like that, but it represents a person or whatever you want it to be in a game. It's just the name of the piece.
How many persons does a meeple represent?
In this game, 1,000.
1,000. There you go.
1,000 nipples.
Oh,
You have to go eat,
Oh, I haven't eaten yet.
but you're in the middle of a conversation.
Okay.
Pitch your book.
My book.
Pitch your game. Shut up.
Well, weren't you wearing that same T-shirt yesterday? You got to do some laundry, young man.
Yes.
He's wearing that shirt since the 4th.
Oh,
I like this shirt.
yeah. Shirts are not like wine, right? They don't improve with wear. You know.
Well, it depends on the clothes.
Yeah.
Like if you get a new pair of pants, it's going to be a little bit more stiff.
Oh yeah.
than-
Yeah. But soap and water is your friend. Become acquainted with them.
All right, guys, I'm going to sleep.
All right, now.
All right, Master.
All right, have a good night, you guys.
Good not.
So I was looking at your copy, man. I was trying to think of a way to rephrase some of these things because you can change your copy whenever you want, right?
Yeah.
Can you scroll back up to the top where it has like the overview?
Yeah, when I heard you guys going over that, it made me a little happy because I'm not the best at phrasing things.
All right, so Masters of Mayhem. Let me read this out loud again. Masters of Mayhem is a disaster-based population control game. In the game, you can probably cross out "in the game," right? Because that's kind of like a directional word.
Oh yeah.
We understand that you're talking about the "in the game." You've already set the context, so that's kind of fluff.
Yeah.
And you might want to change it to like "you must," like some imperative words. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Masters of Mayhem is a disaster-based population control game. Maybe open it with like a phrase like "kill or be killed." Masters of Mayhem is a disaster-based. That part's good. Disaster.
Okay. So you just want to make it really kind of, for lack of a better word, more actiony.
Yeah. Make it exciting. So you don't want to have too many directional words. You want to have action words and imperative words.
Okay.
Right? Because I want to imagine when I'm playing a Masters of Mayhem that like these little meeples, that my opponent's meeples are cowering in fear because I'm going to kill them all. The rivers will run red with their blood. Elijah. They're quaking because I'm getting ready to play am I going to play a Civil War card? I don't know if I'm going to play a Civil War card. I want something that will melt the flesh from their quivering little meeple bodies.
Like a nuke.
Yes.
Go eat your noodles.
Okay.
Can I unleash like a zombie plague or something? Is there a zombie plague?
There's if you can think of a disaster, it's most likely in the game.
Right.
Okay, I must go eat now.
Okay. All right. We'll talk more tomorrow. And we'll go over it.
Okay. All rightly diddly do. Turn this.
I was telling Elijah, you know how the gamer girls have the bathwater? He might have to sell some board game guy bathwater in some little jars. Maybe that'll be some extra funds.
I don't think that's a valuable option. Valid option.
Hey, it's all about getting those ducats. You got to go where the cash is. I don't know that that's the demographic you want, but God bless them if they'll pay for it and gets the game made.
Yeah, but what if they drink Elijah's bathwater? They
knowing he's been wearing that shirt for like 4 days too.
Yeah.
Oh my
foul.
God. Boy, that sounds like a card that you could play on the board. Elijah's bathwater.
Jeez. Legitimately.
Thousands of meeple die.
The death.
Then I'll give you some cholera. Hey, there's a Critias. Word up, Critias. Word up.
Where's
Where?
Critias? I don't see a Critias.
I see his icon. I wonder if he's getting that bug where... Or maybe he...
Oh, my mic got muted for some reason.
There he is. There he is. All right, what's your beef, drama boy?
What's going on, fellas? What's going on? Mike, you bully. I came here to express my feelings are hurt, Mike.
Aw, did
You
I make you
mistreated
cry?
Me, Mike. You mistreated me on Elliot's stream.
Did
Nice.
I?
Nice.
What did I say?
You bully, man. You just started picking on me for no reason. Sorry,
I
I'm
don't
getting
remember
choked
this.
up.
Can you remind me?
Nah, I don't remember. You were just fooling around.
Oh, I was hoping it was something good. I was
Darn it.
hoping water was going
drama.
to start leaking from your face.
Give me some tissue. Now I've been busy clogging the toilet, clogging the not the toilet, the pipes, because it looked like the pipe got clogged outside from the front of the house, so I couldn't jump on right away.
Mm.
Is it lagrimas? Lagrimas.
My wife found this crazy thing where you just drop, where you drop like baking, was it baking soda and vinegar and hot water, and then bubbles up. And I threw that on, and I like capped it, and I guess the pressure just shot everything out and cleaned up the pipes real fast.
And you did this from your
From the front of the house, because it's like the main line that goes outside.
yeah. The clean out.
Yeah, exactly. So I got like 2 buckets of toilet water I want to sell for $5 a piece.
Hey. Hey now.
Oh,
Ah,
comics dude bathwater. Ugh.
not sure
There
I
you
can
go.
condone this.
Little.
Not on my channel.
Yeah.
You might be able to sell that on Malin's channel.
Yeah.
Give me a sec, I'll be back.
Maybe you could sell. Maybe you could auction off some partially licked ice cream. Maybe that would be the way to go.
Yeah, why not? I hear there's a market for that now.
Jiminy Cricket says Mike S. Miller, Comicscape bully, confirmed. Confirmed. Well, now Mike S. Miller is a great dude, but when the Smiller comes out, yes, the Smiller is a bully. Yes, he is a troll and a bully.
He's the Smiller, baby. Alright, let's see. Boy, my kids are being so noisy.
Oh, we're in space. We're in space.
Oh, you didn't notice?
I just noticed.
Malin would buy it all. Aw.
That is the weirdest. I do not understand that at all.
It's not even new. I'm telling you, when I heard about that, I was like, oh yeah, they've been doing that in Japan for a while.
Proctor Hark says Edwin has voice of God reverb all of a sudden. Oh, dude, and speaking of writing, I took part of the script from Blood in the Jungle, and I turned it into kind of like an extended narrative so that I could share just a little taste with people. It was kind of fun.
Cool.
But I'm not sure if I've got Dr. Livingston's voice right. So, you want to hear some of it or no?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
By the way, the Six Gun Samurai, dude, there's like, I think 12 or 14 pages that don't coincide. The art and the lettering don't coincide. So my letterer, or my dude has to go back and rework that. So just if you're gonna read that whole thing, have you read the whole thing? Did I send you a PDF before the whole thing?
I downloaded it. I'm gonna after dinner tonight. I'm gonna sit down and parse through it.
Okay. But you've read the whole story before, haven't you?
No, I've only read the first 3 issues.
Oh, okay.
I went and bought the first. I think I bought the first 3 on Comixology just to make it easier to share during live streams when we were doing the big. Yeah. Blaze Dracula says, let us see the old man. Am I the old man?
Oh,
The old man. I may be the old man. Curses. All right.
I'm the oldest man here, though.
Yeah. All right. And so what I've done is I've taken a couple of scenes, and so this would only be about a page and a half in the comic book, but I've stretched it out, right? I've stretched it out. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So December 9th, 1941, Honolulu, Hawaii. Dr. Livingston strode through the tiled corridors of Tripler Army Medical Center. His white linen suit and dark glasses contrasting with the military police uniforms of his escorts. One, an iron-faced Sergeant Grice with a neck like a black tree trunk, and Lieutenant Stanley, who appeared almost oriental, the ghost of a smile set on lips too large for his face. Cots lined almost every inch of the hallway as the hospital was overflowing from Pearl Harbor's wounded. Dr. Livingston's brisk steps swiftly carried him to the burn ward of the hospital. Livingston stopped at the orderly's desk and asked which bed Petty Officer Kama Ohekili was in. The orderly consulted his log. All the way at the end on the right, the orderly pointed at a door. As the men moved through the door, they were met by moans of pain. Wounded men lay on cots and bunks, stacked as many as 3 deep. Nurses moved through the rows, administering morphine to dull the pain of charred and blistered flesh. Dr. Livingston stopped in front of a bunk where a doctor, Major Flanders, was reviewing and annotating a chart.
Hi, diddly ho.
Major Flanders. I'm Dr. Livingston. I'm a specialist of sorts in the regeneration of human tissue. May I take a moment of your time to inquire about Petty Officer Kama Ohekili? Flanders brushed back unkempt hair and rubbed at his red eyes. He hadn't slept in 48 hours and looked ready to collapse on his feet. Major Flanders paused and took in Livingston and his escorts. Hekili here was at Hickam Airfield. He stopped several bombs from going up in the fire and pulled 4 men out of the flames before he got caught in the fire himself. His airways are badly burned. He can't speak. I'll be surprised if he lives out the week. What do you want with him? Livingston answered, he's a candidate for an experimental therapy. I wanted to assess if he was suitable for the treatment. If he is, I'll be taking charge of his care. Major Flanders barked, this is completely outside protocol. I must deny your request. Dr. Livingston smiled and produced a leather pouch from his jacket pocket, carefully pulling a neatly folded letter from the pouch and handing it to Major Flanders. I apologize, Major Flanders. That wasn't a request. If you would review my authorization, please. Livingston's escort, Sergeant Grice's eyes narrowed, and Major Flanders felt the force of that glare intensely focused on his weary frame. Flanders began to read the document, and his eyes widened as he read, "You will render all possible assistance to Dr. Livingston. Signed, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt." He gulped and passed the letter back to Dr. Livingston, who folded it neatly and returned it to his jacket pocket. I see, sir. Will you be requiring anything else? Flanders squeaked out. A gurney, please. If our interview is satisfactory, Petty Officer Hekili will be accompanying us. Livingston smiled at Major Flanders and gestured at Kama. Some privacy, if you will, please. Major Flanders scurried off to locate a gurney. Sergeant Grice nodded and moved his massive frame in between the bed containing Hekili and the rest of the burn ward, an imposing physical barrier. Lieutenant Stanley opened the briefcase he was carrying, revealing a single, impossibly large syringe, more appropriate for administering medicine to an elephant than a man. What do you think, boss? This kid has been through the meat grinder. Has he got the heart to keep up with your Texan? Livingston nodded. We shall see. He paused and took in Petty Officer Hakili, who was wrapped head to toe in loose muslin bandages. Livingston could see just a bit of his eyes through the bandage in his badly charred face. Should I stop there or should I keep going?
Keep going. I like it.
Okay. Livingston knelt at the bed and pitched his voice low. Kama, you've given everything you have for your country. Your doctor tells me you are unlikely to live out the week. I can tell you must be suffering terribly. Kama's head shifted slightly, and his eyes followed Livingston. Livingston took the syringe from the case. I have a treatment here that will likely save your life. It's experimental and impossibly rare. It has an incredibly high cost, I'm afraid. In exchange for the treatment, I'll ask you to come with me and forget your family and friends. You'll spend the rest of your life fighting the enemies of your country. I know you're brave and willing to die for your country and the men you serve with. Will you live for it? Livingston took Kama's right hand in his own, carefully, softly. Squeeze my hand once if you volunteer of your own free will. A moment passed, and Kama's fingers closed around Livingston's hand. Very good, son. I wish I could tell you this wouldn't hurt, but that would be a lie. Dr. Livingston exposed Kama's upper thigh and inserted the impossibly long needle into the muscle. As he depressed the plunger, a thick, viscous fluid with a faint glow flowed into Kama. Kama's muscles spasmed, and he thrashed violently, briefly before falling silent and still. An orderly wheeled a gurney up to the bed, and Sergeant Grice and Lieutenant Stanley transferred his unconscious form onto the gurney. Within moments, the party was wheeling Kama out of the burn ward and to the back of the hospital, where an ambulance waited. Sergeant Grice followed the gurney into the ambulance and strapped down the arms and legs of the unconscious man with heavy restraints. He banged on the panel separating the ambulance bay from the cabin, and the motor roared to life, and he felt the ambulance begin to move. Grice took a large nickel-plated revolver out of its holster, cocked the hammer back, and set it within easy reach. Let me say that again. Grice took a large nickel-plated revolver out of its holster, cocked the hammer back, and set it within easy reach. Kama's eyes flickered open briefly, and he croaked out, "Who are you people?" before falling back into unconsciousness. Grice smiled for the first time that day and replied, "If you come out the other side of this still a man, you'll have all the answers you want. If not, you'll get a hero's rest." He patted the revolver and laughed to himself. Grice watched Kama's prone form intently as the burned skin seemed almost to ripple as healthy pink skin slowly took the place of the flame-tortured flesh.
Good.
Sweet. Edwin is reading from Blood in the Jungle, the crossover between Lone Star and Ravage. Available at...
So all of that is available at the Off-Worlder campaign. So what I did, I took a portion of the script and I just blew it up into more of a narrative form. right? So that's about a page and a half, maybe 2 pages in the comic book when it's all said and done. But I wanted to be able to share some of it early and kind of tease it out and start getting a feel for Dr. Livingston's voice, because Dr. Livingston gets to show up a little bit more here than he did in Heart of the Hero.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Although, I'm not sure I like the, experimental, I can't remember how you phrased it. It just kind of rubbed me wrong when he.
Oh yeah, and we
telling-
can work that. And I wanted to let that marinate in your head, because I want to make sure I said it right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a good read though. I loved it.
Yeah. Good stuff, man. We should do novels and take over
Hey,
Nasser's.
Evan, why don't you read my cowboy coming out, my Dead Man Outlaw?
Yeah. Send it to me, brother.
I did. I sent you 10 pages already. I was like, man, this guy is so convincing. I got to send him my pages. Yeah, I see a 10-page preview of my Dead Man Outlaw. It's already finished. I'm just like I said, I'm waiting for Detective Death to get delivered, and then I'll just run with that one.
Oh, I see it now. Oh, it's like photos. Let's see.
Yeah. I don't know how else to send it.
Let's see.
He's more of a boomer than we are.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Except, aren't you like 35 or something?
Mike, I'm 38.
38.
Dead Man Outlaw, written by Critias. Let's see, beginning. Page 1. It's a splash page, so it's going to be a big piece of action for you. We see Clint stand on the outskirt of a small town beside his house, beside his horse. The camera is behind him. He stands looking into the town as the sun sets before him like a backdrop to the town. So imagine just a big old red orb of the sun, just kind of slowly lowering. I'm guessing this is evening. Is this evening or morning?
It's sunset.
Sunset. There we go. Page 2. Clint stands between 2 saloon doors. It's the swinging doors. The kinds you can kind of walk through dramatically.
Yeah.
Clint stands between 2 saloon swinging doors as the patrons of the saloon look at him in silence. It's a close-up on Clint's eyes, looking to the side, a little bit of side eye. He's kind of taking people in. He's aware that he's not welcome there. Clint sits at a bar behind Nina, 9, who has a cup of blood in her hand and gazes at it. On the bar top behind her is a bottle of blood. Nina isn't drinking from the cup of blood yet. She seems to be admiring its crimson color. Clint. Milk. Panel number 4. The bartender, mid-40s, polishes a glass cup as he faces a set of whiskey bottles. It's not whiskey inside those bottles, though. It's blood. We can see Clint sitting at the bar behind him. The bartender looks at Clint. Get out. Panel 5. Clint spreads both of his hands flat on the surface of the bar. He begins to speak. I just want a cup. The bartender cuts him off. I don't care what you want. You get the hell out of here. Page 3, panel 1. The
That
bartender.
reminds me of a certain Chuck.
Panel 1. The bartender faces Clint, still cleaning the glass cup in his hand. Clint. Now listen here. Panel 2. In this panel, Clint slides 2 coins, 2 silver coins, across the surface of the bar. And you hear like the little clink of the coins as they slide across that surface of the bar. Clint speaks. I don't want no trouble. All I want is a glass of milk, and I'll be on my way. Off to the side, you see Nina, that small girl, drinking from the cup of blood. Red on her lips and on her face. The bartender looks at Clint and says, "No, you don't." Clint repeats, "1 cup." The camera closes in on the bartender's hand, slamming the cup on the bar. Slam. You see the bartender, he's not pouring milk into the mug. He's pouring blood in. The bartender looks at Clint. His lip pulls back with a sneer. "We don't serve milk. Bottoms up." It's Dead Man Outlaw.
Yeah.
It's the first 3 pages of Dead Man's Outlaw.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't they serve milk?
Because they're vampires.
Yeah.
Well, maybe vampires want some milk once in a while. You ever think that? Jeez, so rude.
That was a good read. When you put a lot to it and put me more ideas to add into the scenes.
So I tried to flush it out some as I was going on because it's set up as a comic book script. Yeah.
Yeah. Sounded good. I'm like, oh man, I think I'm going the right direction with the story. Mike not paying attention. Come on, Mike.
Gus
I
Tyler
paid
Bush.
attention. It was a joke. Jeez.
Gus Tyler Bush says, Cecil something calls upon you. Cecil wants to party. Oh my God, have they been drinking though? What kind of degeneracy are you being invited into?
Go to Cecil's stream. All the cool kids are there.
Oh, they're trying to hijack your stream, Mike.
It sounds like it. Jeez. Thanks, Cecil. Trying to have a cool, chill stream here. Hold on, let me see if they even sent the link. Why? Oh, you guys are. You can see that right now. What the heck? Oh, because I have the thing on. OBS.
Alright.
OBS. OBS. Nah, he didn't send it. We haven't been invited, so no Cecil stream.
We're not the cool ones, that's why.
We're not
the cool kids.
Yeah.
That's right. Being cool is way too much work.
Yeah.
I would rather just be a boomer.
Right.
That is correct. Boom away. Here, how do you think? There's panel 1, page 3. Kind of hard to see.
Let's see. You may have to hold it up for a little bit. Oh, that's looking pretty good,
Oh
dude.
yeah, it looks nice.
Oh, are you straight up adding values for shading, or are you hatching there? I'm sorry, the image is small on my
I mean,
computer.
it's blue line, so I'll be inking it in.
Cool. All right, Lone Star is bench pressing a car. That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
right. That's right.
That's what we
That's
did.
right.
That's what we did the layout earlier, Mike.
Oh, you watched me?
Yeah, I was watching you.
Oh, I remember this part of the script. That's good. That's a good little scene there.
Yeah.
That's a good line.
Here's the last panel on the. Give it a few seconds to catch up.
Car. Sorry, Mrs. Miller. Okay, game on.
This is gonna be such a fun book, man. I feel. Well,
Dude, these crossovers are so much fun.
yeah. I mean, that's. I mean, I wanted to sell it, but it's obviously it didn't sell as well as Lone Star.
Also, that Clone Star by Pixel Trader.
No. Parts of the hero. Oh, that's good. That is so good.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Oh no.
We We don't.
Comic Book Bob says, Edwin, are you going to be reading more Marcus Aurelius? I've been reading it recently. It's good stuff. It is good stuff. It is good stuff. You know, it doesn't replace the scripture, but it is definitely some thoughtful stuff. When I read Marcus Aurelius, though, I can absolutely see in the very best parts of it, I can see parallels to some of the things that Paul writes about.
But
they
can
were-
you see how he did not want Commodus to take over? How will the world see me? How will history see me? As Marcus Aurelius, the poet? Marcus Aurelius, the tyrant?
Well, I told you about Epictetus earlier, yeah? You remember when we were talking about that? Have you ever read Epictetus?
No.
Do you mind if I read a little bit too?
I've read some Epictetus from Nasser.
Oh no.
I went there. Yes, I did.
Well, this is almost 2,000 years old. Well, 1,900 years old, rather. But check it out. This guy was a slave, yeah? He came after Aurelius, after the apostles, written about 130 AD. Let's see. You ready? I won't bore you with it, but some of it's useful. Some things are in our control, and others are not. Things in our control are opinion, pursuit, desire, aversion, and in a word, whatever are our own actions. Things not in our control are body, property, reputation, command, and in one word, whatever are not our own actions. The things in our control are by nature free, unrestrained, unhindered. But those not in our control are weak, slavish, restrained, belonging to others. Remember then that if you suppose that things which are slavish by nature are also free, and what belongs to others is your own, then you will be hindered. You will lament, you will be disturbed, and you will find fault both with gods and men. But if you suppose that only to be your own, which is your own, and what belongs to others, such it as really is, then no one will ever compel you or restrain you. Further, you will find fault with no one or accuse no one. You will do nothing against your will. No one will hurt you, you will have no enemies, and you will not be harmed. Aiming therefore at such great things, remember that you must not allow yourself to be carried, even with a slight tendency, towards the attainment of lesser things. Instead, you must entirely quit some things and for the present postpone the rest. But if you would both have these great things, along with power and riches, then you will not even gain the latter, because you aim at the former too. But you will absolutely fail of the former, by which alone happiness and freedom are achieved. Work therefore to be able to say to every harsh appearance, you are but an appearance, and not absolutely the thing you appear to be. And then examine it by these rules which you have. And first and chiefly by this, whether it concerns the things which are in our own control and those things which are not. And if it concerns anything not in our control, be prepared to say that it is nothing to you.
Wisdom.
It is, yeah. And people tend to externalize all their problems. Pancho Rodriguez O'Malley says, is Edwin just a boomer, or is he trying to sound like the voice of God? I think that's just how my voice sounds. I'm sorry.
He can do both.
Yeah.
In a disguise, and who was it? Dynamo? Are you guys having some problems in there?
Yeah. what Dynamo in a disguise, when you come in here, whatever problems you have with each other, whatever grievances you have against each other, they don't matter. They really don't. Come in here and enjoy yourselves. Whatever things you may have done or not done, or whatever you believe about each other, leave it at the door. Leave it at the door. There's good stuff here. There's good people. You don't need to fight these fights here. Okay?
Whatever's in your control, control it.
Yes. Your actions. But you know, Critias, it seems like people get into so much trouble because they always externalize their problems. This person doesn't do this for me, or this person did this thing wrong. And it's always focused on things that are never in their own control.
Right.
Or it's focused on a desire to control other people's behavior.
And that's where the problem lies.
Yeah.
That's right. This is correct, sir.
Yeah. It's like I don't want anybody to tell me how should I live or act or behave. So you shouldn't do it to anybody else. I won't do it to nobody else. That's for sure.
What I would tell the audience in general, if you find yourself lodging accusations against each other, you're in the wrong place. It's not the place to lodge an accusation against any sort of conduct or anything like here. You can work it out somewhere else.
We can work it out.
Except
Pixel Trader says, Edwin, let's talk about Brutus the half-ass instead. Oh, no.
You know, I tried to get Nasser to talk about it, but no.
So Pixel Trader is doing a series of trading cards that are kind of parodies or
Terrible, especially that one.
Well, here's the thing, though. That is a form of love. You have now reached such a position. You have now reached such a position of importance with your characters that someone would actually take the time to parody them. So that is an amazing thing, Mike.
That's true.
I'm thrilled.
Well, it's hard because they're your things, and you work hard at them, and you want them to.
They're gonna make me cry.
But you're almost up to you're about to go into your third book soon, right?
What?
Well, after Soul of the Soldier is fulfilled, and after Offworlder is fulfilled, there will actually be 4 Lone Star books in existence.
Yeah. Check it out. Check it outers. If you haven't gotten Lone Star yet, the link is in the description. P Money is popping it in there.
Yeah, Mike is already halfway done with the series, guys.
Halfway. That's true.
Oh, can I share Clone Star? Can I share it?
yeah. Do it.
You can handle it, Mike. You can.
If you must.
All right.
If you must.
All right. Oh, we're in this kind of I don't. Shoot. How do you share stuff in this one? Because I don't want to share.
Yeah, you just hit share screen. Or
application. Oh, okay, there we go. All right, so this is by Pixel Trader. He is doing parodies of different Comicscape books, and this is Clone Star, Parts of Which Hero? Cover crashers, and so there's correction.
So bad. Thought he was my friend.
Oh, he is.
Friends roast each other, Mike.
He is. I think aside from yourself, I think Indicron is the single biggest referrer, right? Aside from your own marketing efforts.
That's right. Did you see what I posted with yours? Your
Am I number 4 behind Ethan?
Yeah. Not too far behind Ethan either.
Oh, that's not too bad. It's not too bad.
Yeah, Ethan didn't give me much of a bump this time. I mean, I take it for granted that a huge percentage of my population, or my fandom, whatever. What do you call it? supporters
Supporters
are
with
are
backers.
already from Ethan's stream, but that's a given, you know.
Right. I think also like I don't know, like I've been getting sales without even promoting my book lately, so that's it's a good thing. You know?
Yeah, it's weird. I got a couple of Meg sales tonight, like one right after the other.
Oh,
Sort
that's
of
cool.
In I don't know, somebody out there talking about the Meg.
That is funny.
And then I just got a Monster Hunt right now.
Oh, very cool. Well,
Monster
Monster Hunt
Hunt,
is gonna
Monster
be
Hunt.
great. Yeah,
Monster Hunt 3.
and it
Sold 3
It's-
Monster Hunts today.
shouldn't be a question. If you're a Comicsgate Comics fan, it shouldn't be a question of whether or not you're going to get Monster Hunt. Because please do get it. You're going to love it. I've read the script. The only question should be which cover you're going to get.
Get 'em all. Get 'em all.
Oh, that's cool. Ben Henderson's Offworlders campaign is only 5 backers away from 200 backers. And
Oh,
it
nice.
is very cool.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, he was on one of those promotion streams with Ethan real recently.
Yeah,
Wonder- I
Ben's a
wonder how
great
he
guy.
did. How did
Ben-
that do the other night?
I don't know. I don't know if we had any sales from that or not, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. But I don't know that he was promoting, and that was like a big cast of people. That was a big cast of people. So,
Yeah. Yeah, Ethan's been doing these sort of Comicsgate 2.0 streams where it's just, all the new faces.
yeah, and that is fantastic,
Yeah.
man. Because there's a lot of cool people.
Indeed, a lot of cool product coming out.
But I think the Offworlder campaign will be extending, and then I'm going to be trying to drop something for it every day. And when I pitch for it, though, like I did tonight, I wanted to sit down and turn the script into a little bit of a story, so I could actually add some value in my pitch. You know what I mean? Entertain people with it.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. Ping, ping, pong, pong.
Trying to
It
see
is?
if
Curtis, you okay? Curtis, you awake? I think Curtis fell asleep.
No, I'm here. I was just eating some food. I don't want to talk my mouth full.
Curtis is like,
Now, just on this page right here. This is from my Bigfoot Bill versus Detective Dead.
is that an add-on?
That was a stretch goal for the
Stretch goal?
backers. Yeah.
I just told Doug about the add-ons today. Seemed very excited.
Yeah, I didn't get to do that. I didn't even know that existed.
Dude, I got on that so quick. I noticed it before they announced it. Like they're setting it up before make sure it all worked before they did the announcement. So I already had add-ons on like probably 3 or 4 days before they made the announcement. And then most people don't even read their emails, so most people don't even know about the announcement.
Yeah, I didn't read the email. I didn't get the memo.
You got it. You just didn't read it.
Yeah, I was being lazy, Mike.
I understand.
It's finished. I'm just waiting for Peter Palmiotti. He's supposed to do the inks for me, so I'm just waiting for that to come in so I get it colored.
Oh, very cool.
What, the book?
The not the main book, but the stretch goal book,
Oh, okay.
the short story.
That is super cool.
Rock and roll, rock and roll.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Kids are yelling at each other in the other room. Could you hear that?
Let's see. P Money says, Critias and Edwin, did digital backers get the Bigfoot Bill Detective Dead crossover also?
Yes, everybody. Yep.
Everybody.
Everybody. Stretch goals are basically a thank you. Thank you.
So, Critias, I don't know if you've seen this yet, but this is the cover that Weldon is doing for the book.
Oh man, that thing is beautiful.
Yeah. Weldon is a great talent. It's been kind of fun seeing him. Like, I feel like that Drawn and Quartered levels people up, Mike.
Yeah. Leveling Weldon up.
Yeah, it's like a crucible for talent.
I need to level up. I ain't gonna lie, I got kind of lazy, so I started drawing for like about a month already.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I just got so into writing that I just couldn't find no time to throw in some drawing time.
Drawing?
I know.
Doing some drawing.
Drawing. It's drawing.
Sorry.
It's got to do with drawings.
It's my New York accent, man.
You say washing machine too?
Washing. Isn't that like Midwest?
Yeah, my Uncle Jim Powers, actually. That's how he says it. Washing.
We do say talking with a W, you know? Talking. Hey, you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm walking over here.
Yeah. I'm walking over here. What you doing?
Walking over here.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Let's see. Pixel Trader says Drawn and Quartered Fan Edition is leveling up the fan artist for sure. Yeah, we see a lot of good talent come out of the fan edition. A lot of good talent. Oh, has anybody heard, speaking of fan talent, has anybody heard from Steven Charest?
No, not since he
No, not me.
posted stuff on Twitter.
Oh. Let's see. I wonder if he posted any updates today. Because he had to get some surgery.
Yeah.
All right, he says, all right, July 5th, foot got worse. I've been admitted to the hospital. Okay. And I'm looking at tweets and replies. Okay, here we go. Well, he doesn't say anything, but it sounds like he's doing okay. Let's see. He's got a couple of posts from today. He says he's scolding Robert Iger. He says, so Disney won't let a father put a Spider-Man on his 4-year-old son tombstone. You guys can all jump in the lake. You and the company get no more of my money. And then 7 hours ago, I guess this is for cross-examination, he says, Mike, I never got an examination for cross-examination. Slavery equal bad. We can't talk about it on YouTube.
I did get that. I remember.
And then let's see, 2 hours ago, he's talking to somebody else. So he's alive at least. That's good.
In a Disguise says, get Anna back on Drawn and Quartered. She needs the love. Anna is in the green room for Drawn and Quartered, so anytime she wants to come in and she's available, she is welcome.
That's cool.
So we've got, here's the way Drawn and Quartered works, guys. A couple of people have dedicated seats, right? And then we've got a rotating cast, and then we try and have special guests on. And so Tuesday we start putting a roster together for Wednesday's show, and a lot of it just comes down to who's available and who can show up.
Yep. But Anna has she's in the main room, so if she wants in, she can come in.
Yeah. She may need a little bit more time before she hops in and does stuff.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna ask chat. Let's all harass Mike for Final Fantasy D&Q.
Ugh.
Final Fantasy. What are you going to draw, like a red wizard? Hey, I'm a red wizard. Bing, bing.
I'm saying, Mike, you draw like a cloud or a squall and you sell it, you're gonna make good money on that. Guaranteed. They're very popular. Extremely popular.
Now, Pixel Trader says, if anyone wants to be on the fan edition, just ping me on Twitter. Now, and this is a guaranteed way to get on Drawn and Quartered. If you win the fan edition, you get a seat on Drawn and Quartered. You get a seat at the table.
Unless I just really don't like you.
Yeah, unless Mike, yeah. But you'd have to be pretty daggone bad.
I do have my limits.
You'd have to be pretty daggone bad. I think if let's see, if I'm trying to think, who would we keep off? If Patrick Zurcher won the fan edition, would we allow him on?
I don't even know who that is. Should I know who that is? I know the name. I just don't know what he does.
Maybe
He's a grievance merchant who works for Marvel and DC.
Richard Pace.
Oh, Richard Pace. Would you allow Richard Pace on?
I know he's a douchebag, but I also, is he an artist?
Yeah, he is. Yes, he drew.
I think I have seen his stuff. I just,
He drew what, the Hawaiian Dick or something like that?
Yeah. No.
Was that the
No,
guy?
that's a different guy.
That's B. Claymore did that one, right?
P.
Oh yeah,
Claymore did that.
Big Claymore.
Yeah.
Richard.
Let's get
Pace
him
drew-
on. Let's get Big Claymore on. That'd be great.
You know who I'd like to have on? I'd like to have on Dan Panosian if he would come.
He won't.
I feel like he'd be a good guest. You think he'd be able to? You think he'd be able to dial down the potty mouth though for 2 hours?
Yeah, I mean he can not swear. I just don't think Dan would ever come on.
Richard Pace is the one who was going to draw that mockery of Christ comic for DC
Oh
Comics.
yeah, no. He's got a lifetime ban from my channel.
Comic Book Bob says, "I want Billy Tucci on Drill and Quartered."
Yeah, Billy. I just talked to him today. He's got a ton of commissions to do, and he's trying to catch up with them. And then he also still does the con circuit. So until his schedule's lighter, he's already committed to doing that crowdfunding show. So I think he can only use so much time outside of that. But Billy's a friend. When eventually I'll get him on that or the auctions or both.
All right, so Elric Hyuga is one of our longtime loyal viewers. He always participates in Draw Along with Drawn and Quartered. And so here in chat, he says, Edwin, I've been saving up for Star Wars Land for 2 years. And after hearing about Disney denying the father's wish for his son's grave, I don't feel like going anymore.
Understandable.
Yeah. That's how it is. Well, man, it seemed like people wanted some drama today, but it sounds like most people got together and said, "You know what? Drama declined. Drama declined."
You know what? Gets me upset, right? Excuse me. Is
What?
that we're fans of Star Wars and some Disney characters and we do our best to support those characters. Or when the audience asks in return for some support from Disney and they turn them down, it's just upsetting.
Yeah, it's a little disappointing. It's a little disappointing. Well, Mr. Miller, I need to stop and I need to eat dinner with my wife.
No problem. I think I'm gonna watch some Stranger Things.
There you go.
Man,
How
my Netflix.
many episodes in are you?
2.
Oh, okay. There's some dark stuff, but man, like the movie references and stuff, absolutely great. You're gonna laugh a couple times, man. There is just so much good stuff. A couple times I laughed out loud, and not at scenes where like Nasser would laugh. But
They killed the puppy.
Is
No.
the season better, Edwin, or?
I really enjoyed this one more than I enjoyed season 2, to be
Right.
honest.
All
Yeah.
right.
How many episodes are there?
I think there's like
Uh,
13 the last one, right? Something like that.
7 in this series. It's either 7 or 6.
Really? That's it?
Yeah.
Wow, they're pulling a Game of Thrones on us.
Yeah. But oh, Rastock says 8. Man, wow, we watched them all today. We were all but 3. I think we watched 5 today.
Well, there you have it. All right, guys,
Or
I'm going to
4.
wrap this stream up. Critias, thanks for being on. Edwin, thanks
got
for
it,
being
sir.
on. Everybody knows how to get a hold of
Thank
everybody.
you, guys. Thank you.
So we will check you guys on Monday.
Good day.
Aloha.
Adios, everybody.